As I learned, they truly were guys that you could do business with on a handshake.
Jack Wallick was a classic founding entrepreneur. It's a very specific kind of personality.
He was so at home going to a construction site. He loved it.
And he knew what he wanted, and he got a lot of great people to help him do that.
He understood the people in the field, but he also understood what they needed to do, and he had very high expectations. People knew that they had to do their best, but that was okay, because if you did your best, you knew it, and he let you know he knew it. He earned such respect from everyone he worked with.
There was a new program that was out called Section 8 housing. Not very many people knew much about it, but Jack Wallick and Sandy Goldston studied it thoroughly and felt that we had opportunities there.
So we went in to talk to Sandy. We had this conversation. Sandy was, as I said, I think, somewhat skeptical. Jack stopped in, and Jack was a pretty imposing guy. He looked at us kind of over the top of his glasses, and he said, "Okay, we're going to do this with you, but nothing better go wrong." You know, and nothing did.
And then we just built a machine of doing those Section 8 applications, and that was how Jack and Sandy really repositioned the company in order to make it very successful in a very difficult times in the 70s and early 80s. When Section 8 was killed, we had to go into 202 and public housing authority work and all kinds of different things, making another transition.
He was always looking ahead, and that was what the amazing thing was about him. You know, something ended, he knew what he was doing next. He had to find something that he wanted to build, and he did. He built the very first high-rise condominium residential in downtown Columbus called the Waterford Tower. And then the tax credit program started in about 86, 87, and he built the very first tax credit property in Ohio.
In the early decades, when Jack Wallick, my dad, was running it, the business was much more construction-centric. Construction is still a really important part of our business. We do all our own construction, but it's not the core the way it used to be.
And then Julie and Howard got more involved, brought in Tom Foisey.
I ended up joining the company originally as a consultant, really for about a 2 or 3 month project, and 2 or 3 months turned into 9 months, and 9 months turned into a full-time job. It was a company that had been really in the forefront of their industry for 40 years, had done really well, had a really positive name, had hit a few different bumps, but we had really had an opportunity to kind of rebrand and bring the company back out in a really positive way.
So I was introduced to Tom Foisey, and I met Tom and we started talking. Wallick and Stern Hendy had a lot in common. I quickly felt that there was a great opportunity to merge the companies.
When that merger occurred, we clearly became the #1 provider of affordable housing in Ohio, and one of the largest, if not the largest, in the Midwest.
We were interested in succeeding, but we were also interested in being responsible owners.
In the last 10 years, we've been able to refocus and really re-emphasize our mission.
I don't think our culture today is really that different than what the culture's been over the last 50 years. I think it's always been a culture of caring. I think it's always been a culture of innovation. Companies had a history of doing innovative things, whether it was with Section 8 or tax credits, now what we're doing with affordable assisted living. We've been in senior living, as many people have, for a number of years. Affordable housing has been our core market for 50 years. And we said if we could put those two things together and create a product with affordability and senior living and do affordable senior living, that would be unique, that would be meaningful, it would be special to the market, and we could serve a need, a niche, but really a large, meaningful niche that's not being effectively served. I would hope Jack would be thrilled with what we're doing. I would hope that he'd walk through the communities we're building and he'd be, immensely proud. I would hope that he would be able to see the people that we're serving and that we're caring for, and he would be proud. I would hope that he'd be able to see the associates that work here and how they work together and the pride that they take in their work and how they collaborate together, and he would be proud.
I think we're back to Jack's concept in terms of integrity, of doing the right thing, being really smart in business. But I also think we're different now. It's not really the same company. It has his heritage, it's always there. But I think Julie and Tom and I have reshaped it a little bit.
Being a third-generation family member, I'm very proud of the company, what Wallick is today, and obviously what my grandfather and Sandy created.
What makes us special is our sense of mission, the idea that we're motivated by a real desire to do the right thing, to provide good homes for our residents, and to be a good neighbor in the communities in which we operate.